Says there's a need for increased Chinese investment in Africa's economies to reduce the continent's heavy reliance on the export of raw minerals to the Asian giant. The president and Chinese President Xi Jinping met in Beijing following events to mark China's victory over Japan 70 years ago. South Africa will host the China-Africa Summit in Johannesburg in December. It will be the first time that the meeting is held in Africa.
It was a spectacular show of force, China displaying its latest military wear to the world, a rising power whose interests permeate the globe. This morning, President Jacob Zuma met his counterpart, Xi Jinping. On the agenda, the forthcoming China-Africa Summit. President Zuma said this should be used as an opportunity to market Africa's programs.
We believe that Africa, this time around, I hope, would have more bankable kind of projects that it will be able to present, because China is ready to participate together with us. But also the fact that FOCAC is being held in South Africa, co-chaired, it indicates the difference in terms of the countries we're dealing with, but also the Chinese acceptance of Africa as a partner, rather than looking at it differently.
Trade between Africa and China has shot up to over 200 billion rand from 10 billion rand in 2000. It's unclear how China's economic slowdown will affect the continent's growth. Meanwhile, South Africa has praised China for reassuring the world that it will not use its military might to threaten global security. The president says this bodes well for international stability.
Having shown the capacity, military capacity they have, to say they are prepared to work with the world for peace and security and stability of the world. So in a sense, the balance between the strength they have, but that their strength, as big as it is, they are not aggressors. They are there to defend their people and to defend peace and security in the world. I think it's a very good balance and a good emphasis on how we should use our strength to help the world, rather than to use our strength to be a threat to the world.
The president said there are many lessons to take from China in order to pursue development of the country. President Zuma also held bilateral talks with his Sudanese counterpart Omar al-Bashir and DRC's Joseph Kabila. The two presidents reaffirmed their relations in bilateral discussions. The fact that these two countries will be co-hosting the China-Africa Summit in South Africa later this year underscores the important role they play in their respective regions. Mzwandile Mbeje, SABC News, Beijing, China.